SPS Varsity, and this is a continuation of our YouTube series in which we are going to cover up everything related to agree disagree essay. And this agree disagree essay is of two types. One statement will be asking you to give the one side, your opinion regarding to the one side only, as like in do you agree or disagree essay. But another type of question is to what extent do you agree or disagree. So these both kind of question categories are different, and now we are going to check out at how we are going to handle both of the types of the essay. So first one, we are going to talk about agree disagree essay only. So if any statement asks you to give your views as like do you agree or disagree. So in this essay I have seen most of the students doing the mistake that they write partial agree or partial disagree. I can't say that where in the statement they have asked you to write partial word. Okay, they are simply asking you do you agree or disagree. That's it. You have to choose only one side. Avoid diplomatic approach here, because if you are not having a clear opinion in your essay, then you may lose marks in your task response parameter. Okay, so you have to show a very clear position there. There is no option like partial agree or disagree that has been given to you during the statement. They are just simply asking you do you agree or disagree. That's it. Choose only one side. If you are trying to agree with the given statement, write the points that are only related to the agreement. If you are trying to write the disagree side, okay, then write only points that are related to this one. No need to mention the other side. Okay, let me give you a very simple example. If someone offers you that would you like to have tea or coffee, okay, आप ऐसे थोड़ी बोलोगे that I want partial quality of both, that मेरे को थोड़ी सी टी दे रहे हो and थोड़ी सी मेरे को कॉफी भी दे रहे हो. नहीं, you have to just choose one option out of them. Same is the case here. If you are doing this, so it means the person who is writing the essay will leave an impression on the mind of the examiner or the reader of the essay that you are not able to stand on a point, you are not able to choose any standpoint or viewpoint here. Okay, so this is how you are going to address your do you agree or disagree essay. For example, if you try to go on agree side, then obviously your first paragraph will be of introductory. Okay, introduction will be there. After that you are going to write your body paragraphs, and body paragraph 1, 2 and 3 is optional here. If you want to make, you can. If you don't want to, then you can leave it out, no problem here. So your body paragraph 1 will be based on agree, first point of agreement, and 2 will be based on your second point, that is again of agreement side. And if you are going to write the third body paragraph 2, then it will also be based upon agreement side. So this is the thing that you have to follow. This is the format that you have to follow if you are deciding to go on the agreement side. And on the other hand, the format will change. Just you are going to write about the points that are related to disagreement. Rest everything will remain same. Introduction will also remain same, and the conclusion part at the end will also remain same. Just the difference is that you are going to discuss the points accordingly. In 1, 2 and 3, that is optional paragraph, you are going to write the points that are related to disagreement. Okay, so this was all about do you agree or disagree essay. There is not any kind of other things that we can discuss here. That's it, all that is about the agree disagree essay. Just choose one side only and write points related to that only. Now we are proceeding towards to what extent do you agree or disagree essay. Now this could be a discussion here. Okay, so whenever you encounter to what extent do you agree or disagree essay, the format of the essay that you are going to write, it depends upon the viewpoint that you choose. Suppose if you say that I completely agree. Okay, so if you have chosen that I completely agree, then how again you can write about the other side? That's why I have told you that the answer to this question type depends upon the viewpoint that you choose for yourself. Okay. On the other hand, if you say that I agree to some extent, then the answer that you are going to give in your essay is going to be different here. Here you can discuss both of the sides, right? So there are many options that you can choose to write. First one is obviously I completely agree or I completely disagree. In this case, you are only going to write about the side that you have chosen. That's it. Okay, but if you are, there are some scenarios, okay, there are some situations also in which we have to discuss on both of the sides. Okay, in that sense you can try to choose to some extent. Then the format or the pattern or the structure of the essay that you are going to write, it's going to be different than the completely agree or the completely disagree. Okay, let's check out. You can choose to a large extent, that is again similar to completely agree, to some extent, to a certain extent, to a limited extent, to an extent. Okay, so these all options cover up in your partial essay writing. Okay, I hope that you have got my point. Again, I will repeat that this answer to this kind of question depends upon the your viewpoint. That if you are trying to completely agree, if you are writing in a thesis statement that I completely agree, then format will remain same. You are going to discuss the agreement side only. But if you are choosing to some extent, to a certain extent, to a limited extent, or to an extent, no doubt you can use the word degree at the place of extent. Okay, if you don't want to write the word extent here, you can replace it with degree word, that is also fine here. But the thing is that how you are going to format, how you are going to structure the essay if you are choosing to write to some extent. Okay, so let's have a look at some question prompts here. So your question prompt is saying that the internet means people do not need to leave to foreign countries to understand how others live. Okay, so they are saying the internet means people do not need to travel to foreign countries to understand how other lives. It means अगर internet है हमारे पास, then we can have knowledge about everything by sitting at home. Then there is no need to travel to foreign countries in terms of knowing the culture or the things that is related to a particular country. So to what extent do you agree or disagree? Again, this is your to what extent do you agree disagree essay. And let's see that how the writer of this essay has chosen to go on a side. It is certainly true that globalization and technological advances have reduced the need for globetrotting to a certain extent. Nonetheless, I disagree with this notion to a large degree. So this is how you are going to show your viewpoint in the thesis statement. It makes the reader or the examiner very clarified about your point of view, that you are on this side, that is your disagreement side. Okay, I have seen lots of students that they choose only to agree with the statement, whether this is do you agree or disagree or to what extent do you agree or disagree question type, just उनको agree ही करना होता है. This is not the case. This is not the hard and fast rule here. Okay, you can also choose to disagree with the side. And there is also a myth that अगर हम disagree side choose करते हैं then हमें ज़्यादा marks मिलते हैं. There is not anything like this one. Agree disagree में से कोई भी choose कर सकते हैं. But I have seen lots of students, many students, they try to agree with the statement. But there are some situations where you have to disagree with them. You have to go opposite to the given statement. Okay, it depends upon the given statement. Again, this has nothing to do with the band scoring. Okay, so the writer is saying that nonetheless I disagree with this notion to a large extent. Okay, so large extent हो गया और large degree हो गया. It means ये इसके जो body paragraphs होंगे, they are going to be based upon the disagreement side only. Whether the person is making 2 body paragraphs or 3 body paragraphs, he or she is going to mention only the points that are related to disagreement, because the person is saying that to a large degree. It means complete degree. Okay. Now, next prompt. Studies show that crime rates are lower among those with educational degrees. Therefore, the best way to reduce the crime rate is to educate criminals while they are still in prison. Okay. So question में वो कह रहे हैं कि जो लोग educated होते हैं उनमें जो crime का level है वो भी कम देखा गया है. तो there is a kind of suggestion best way. Okay. So to reduce the crime rate, it's the best way that जब वो prison में होते हैं उनको educate किया जाए. Okay. So you have to give your opinion here. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, so although there are justifications for not doing this, this is a thesis statement. I agree with the view of educating prisoners to a large degree. Okay, so this is how you are going to show your viewpoint. You are going to clarify everything that, to the reader, that I am just agreeing with the statement to a larger degree. It means my 4th upcoming paragraphs will be based on the agreement side only, whether you are making 2 body paragraphs or you are making 3 body paragraphs. Okay, so now it was all about on the one side. Now what if we are choosing to some extent, to a certain extent, or some other option that are like partial one? Okay, so how we are going to address that essay? Now I'm going to show you an example here. Okay guys, so let's check out it how we are going to address a question prompt when we don't want to completely agree or completely disagree with the given statement, and the question type is to what extent do you agree or disagree. Okay, so firstly read out the question prompt here. It is saying that the advantages of the spread of English as a global language will continue to outweigh its disadvantages. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So they are saying that English as a global language has more benefits. It means it is dominating. Its disadvantages, it means that we are having more benefits of English as a global language as compared to its disadvantages. Now we have to present our viewpoint here, where we stand, whether we completely agree or disagree, or to some extent agree or disagree. Okay, so now let's check out. First paragraph is, as usual, we are having intro paragraph. In these years, there is a growing recognition that English is well on its way to becoming the dominant global language. So this is kind of your general line, or you can say background statement. The impact of this trend is a subject of intense debate. Yes, this is a topic which is worthy of debate here. I agree to a certain extent that advantages of a dominant global language will continue to outweigh its disadvantages. Now this is your thesis statement here, and it is very clear from here. The reader or the examiner will get an idea that now you are going to write on the both sides. Okay, because you have written that I agree to a certain extent. Okay, your viewpoint is very clear here. Now let's check out at how we are going to write the body paragraphs here. So first body paragraph is based upon the agreement point. It means English as a global language has benefits. So first paragraph is based upon that. This rise of a global language is a facilitator of cross-cultural communication and the communication between people with different language backgrounds. Obviously, okay. So when people from different nations and they don't know their mother tongue, the mother tongue of each other person, then how they are going to conversate there? So there is one source, like a common language, which is English here. Okay, so English is getting place as a global language very fastly here. This is what they are telling us. In different areas of global communication such as science and news, recognizing a common language removes communication barriers and increases convenience, right? On many formal occasions, English as a working language boosts efficiency and avoids misunderstanding. You can check out that at workplaces, this is mandatory now to have first-hand knowledge of English language, basic knowledge of English language. Likewise, the exchange of essential information like know-how and technologies will be tremendously prompted, as like you can check out that if we want to use any applications in the mobile phone, then they are more easy to use with the help of English language as compared to Punjabi or Hindi or whatever our vernacular languages are there. So the point is here that I written in thesis statement that I agree to a some extent or a certain extent here. That's why I have based my body paragraph 1 to discussing the points related to agreement here. Now let's check out that what is the format of our body paragraph second. Okay, so one might argue that the rise of a global language would endanger other languages. Now this would be like going on to other side. Let's check out. In brief, that an increasing number of people have turned to English as their first language. Okay, so now they are saying कि अगर हम English को adopt करेंगे, ठीक है, सारे जने English को ही बोलेंगे, अपनी mother tongues को भूल जाएंगे, then उससे जो हमारी other languages हैं, as like mother tongues, vernacular languages हैं, वो endanger हो जाएंगी. Okay, but this viewpoint is flawed here. Now you may be wondering that what is this? Okay, so this is a technique which is known as counter argument. Okay, so this is the technique from one might to plot तक जो हमारा सेंटेंस लिखा गया है, दिस इज द काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट टेक्निक. इट मीन्स आपने कुछ लिखा बट आपने ये बताया कि दूसरे लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं, कि अगर इंग्लिश को हम अडॉप्ट करेंगे देन हमारी जो मदर टंग्स हैं या अदर लैंग्वेजेस हैं वो एंडेंजर हो जाएंगी. ठीक है, बट मैंने उसको अब रिफ्यूट कर दिया, उसको काउंटर कर दिया. कैसे? दिस व्यू पॉइंट इज फ्लॉड. ओके, नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन दैट हाउ आई थिंक दैट दिस व्यू पॉइंट इज फ्लॉड. Okay, the spread of global English has little, if any, influence on non-English speakers' language proficiency. People might be motivated to learn English as a foreign language, but do not necessarily drop their native language because learning beginner or intermediate level English is sufficient for day-to-day communication. You can take your example. हमारी जो बीइंग इन इंडिया, हमारी जो मदर टंग्स है, समवन आर हैविंग हिंदी और पंजाबी और अदर लैंग्वेजेस है देयर मदर टंग्स, हमें इंग्लिश भी आती है. इट डजंट मीन कि हमने अपनी जो मदर टंग्स है, वर्नैकुलर लैंग्वेजेस हैं, उनको बिल्कुल ही भुला दिया है. वी हैव फॉरगॉटन देम, वी हैव अबैंडन द यूज ऑफ देम. नो, सो दिस इज द पॉइंट दैट द पर्सन इज ट्राइंग टू मेक हियर. पहले उसने बताया कि कुछ लोगों को ये डर रहता है कि उनकी जो लैंग्वेजेस हैं वो एंडेंजर हो जाएंगी, बट उसको काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट किया, दिस व्यू पॉइंट इज फ्लॉड. नाउ उसके बाद how he is saying that the viewpoint is flawed, उसका reason उसने दिया, supporting idea दिया, उसका why समझाया, that this is the reason here. Okay, now third body paragraph. So third body paragraph is going to be about the other side, that is disagreement. because I have chosen that I agree with the statement to some extent, not completely disagree, not completely agree. Okay, so in that case your proportion is going to be 70% and 30%. It means आपने बोला कि I agree, it means जो आप word यूज कर रहे हो उसकी आप करोगे 70% proportion follow, and जो आपका थर्ड बॉडी पैराग्राफ होएगा वो 30% proportion होगी. That is your other view, that is your disagreement point. Okay, so this is how you are going to address your to some extent, to a certain extent, to an extent divisions of your to what extent do you agree or disagree essay. Now let's check out that what the person has written in this particular body paragraph. The dominance of English as a global language is therefore not a cause of the loss of language diversity. तो उसने ये बताया कि इससे लैंग्वेज डाइवर्सिटी नहीं लूज हो रही है, इट्स नेगेटिव इफेक्ट. इसका नेगेटिव इफेक्ट क्या है? इज रिफ्लेक्टेड मेनली इन कल्चरल इंपेरियलिज्म. Okay, imperialism is like the rule of one emperor here, like power. Okay, the rule of one emperor by force or by power. So as international media recognizes English as its root language, okay, most of the broadcasted information is related to the lifestyle, norms and beliefs of English speaking countries. It might over time put many minority cultures on the verge of extinction. When those ethnic groups gradually adopt the Western culture, the effects of shrinking cultural diversity are destructive, causing people to live in a simple and monotonous world and think and act in similar way. यहाँ पे इस बॉडी पैराग्राफ में उन्होंने डिसएग्रीमेंट का पॉइंट दिया है, बिकॉज आई सेड टू सम एक्सटेंट. ओके, तो पहले जो अग्रीमेंट के पॉइंट्स थे दैट आई हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस इन बॉडी पैराग्राफ 1 and 2. नाउ द अदर साइड दैट इज इन बॉडी पैराग्राफ 3. इसमें वो एक ही नेगेटिव बता रहा है, दैट इज कल्चरल इंपीरियलिज्म. वी हैव ऑलरेडी रेड द पैराग्राफ हियर. तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि मोस्टली जो इंटरनेशनल मीडिया है, ठीक है, उनकी जो ब्रॉडकास्टिंग टेलीकास्टिंग होती है दैट इज इन द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज. ओके, एंड बेसिकली दे प्रेजेंट अबाउट द लाइफ स्टाइल, द नॉर्म्स एंड बिलीव्स ऑफ इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग कंट्रीज देयर. तो इससे उनको वो बोल रहे हैं कि सब माइनॉरिटी जो कल्चर्स हैं उनकी एक्सटिंक्शन हो सकती है, दे मे बिकम एक्सटिंक्ट समहाउ. Okay, so this is a kind of danger to the minority cultures who are already in less number there. This is the only disadvantage. Okay, so this is our conclusion at the end. The development of English is overall a positive global trend. Okay, it connects people who previously spoke different languages and enables them to exchange ideas, although it might lead to the loss of cultural diversity. तो जो आपको conclusion है that is going to be the mix up of both of the sides. It means आपने positive तो लिखना ही है, ठीक है, because आपने सोचा कि नहीं इससे communication better होती है, ठीक है. The person who are not aware of the language, the mother tongue of the person to whom he or she wants to have conversation, then in that sense a common language would be there. Okay, that is English. Okay, so it helps in communication and it is also the mandatory thing to be followed at workplaces nowadays. Okay, it gives a professional setting, it gives a professional scenario to the workplace. And the last thing, because हमने other side भी discuss किए, तो conclusion में उसकी थोड़ी सी reflection, थोड़ी सी summary भी हुई यहाँ पे, although it might lead to the loss of cultural diversity. So this is how we are going to address it to some extent. Question type, whether if you are trying to go on the completely agree, disagree, then just follow the pattern. It means that in all of the body paragraph you are going to write about the particular side that you have chosen. But if you are choosing the partial agree, but I advise you to not to use partial agree or partial disagree word anytime. Okay, because this is not at all partial, this is your 70% and 30% proportion. Okay, so this is not partial here, don't use the word partial here, you can use the to some extent, to a certain degree, these kind of words you can use. Now let's have a look at the band descriptors. Okay, if you are not clear about your own position while writing your essay, then how it's going to affect your band scores. Okay, so in front of you, you can see on the screen that a 9-band essay requires you to fully address all parts of the task, presents a fully developed position in answer to the question with relevant, fully extended and well supported ideas. Okay, so 9-band essay requires this thing in task response. So if you are not clear about your own position, then how the examiner is going to be clear about your position? Because you are writing your essay to be read by the examiner, and if until the examiner is not going to find it as a pleasant reading, then the person is not able to give you good bands there. Okay, so your position should be clear in the, try to clear your position in the thesis statement, right? So this was all that I wanted to discuss with you regarding the agree disagree essay. And you can check out also in 7 band. It addresses all parts of the task, presents a clear position throughout the response, present, extends and supports main ideas, but there may be a tendency to overgeneralize, or supporting ideas may lack focus. Okay, so if you have given your position but you are not even able to convince the examiner with your viewpoints here, then also you will be given 7 bands or less than 7 bands, because you should present a clear position here, plus your ideas, your main ideas should be supported with the help of examples and supporting ideas. Okay, so this was all about today's topic. I hope you liked it, and everything that is related to do you agree disagree essay is clear now. Okay, so see you in the next series, see you in the next part of this video, and we are going to cover the next topic that is related to writing essay. Till then, stay connected, stay healthy. Thank you so much.